Hey guys, Dave from Nerdarchy, for nerds, by nerds, hang out with this nerd.
Dead.
Thunder! Thunder! Thundercats! Ho! As we D&Dize the Sword of Omen.
Hey, jump down to the description below where you can sign up for Nerdarchy, the newsletter, get weekly gaming tips, as well as learn how to game with Nerdarchy.
So, I got an email from my man Brandon Wiss, and he wanted us to D&Dize some weapons, and he said a bunch of them that I don't even know what they are. But one of them, there was two of them that I am aware of, Excalibur and the Sword of Omen. So, being a child of the 80s, basically, that being the peak of human civilization, I figured we might as well go with the Sword of Omen.
Absolutely. Sword of Omens is utterly a badass weapon, and the more we talk about it,
the more powers it had, yeah.
The more things like, listen, didn't it do this and didn't it do that too?
So first of all, it just has a trait that basically allows it to go from longsword to dagger, right? So that not a big deal right there. There's a bunch of flavor stuff in the beginning of the magic item section that totally fits.
Right. And it's got, the claw that is kind of part of the whole thing.
Well, I consider it its own thing, so I'm not even going to address that in this video.
Okay, all right. So we're just talking about the sword. Goes from dagger to a longsword.
But then we're talking about, we're like, well, what does the Sword of Omens do? Well, it summons the Thundercats, right? So we decided that it does more than summon them, though. It calls them and lets them know that their lord needs them, but it also bolsters them, their morale, so it's definitely a buffer.
So looking through, the ye old player's handbook, we had to be like, all right, what things really fit that particular concept? So we looked at Beacon of Hope. Now, Beacon of Hope only has, however many allies you want within 30 feet, but we're talking this is planar. This brings them to you and bestows this buff on them.
Right. Well, it lets them know where you are. So we're going to say, it's basically Beacon of Hope. It lets them know where you are, but it probably is limited to only Thundercats. I don't know that it has any effect on the allies of the Thundercats.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if he's ever done it and inspired other people that weren't Thundercats.
Oh, it pretty much was only the group. If you're going by the old show.
Yeah, but they did introduce other characters. There was the samurai character, and there was the Yeti people, and there was the Bow Bears, or what were they? What were the Row Bears?
Oh, I don't even remember. It's been so long.
Yeah, but anyway, so for now we're gonna go with that's what it does, and it's just a visual thing of projecting the sigil,
symbol.
Yeah, the symbol. The coat of arms, if you will, for the Thundercats. Then we're like, well, what else does it do?
Well, he's always done the, Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight, and he holds it up, and the things go around his eyes, and he's got to be able to see the things that are as they should be. Well, in this game, that's true sight.
Yeah, it's pretty much true sight. I totally forgot about that too, and I'm like, because he's used it to basically have clairvoyance as well.
Right.
So that's what I was thinking at first, and you reminded me that can't he see things how they really are? So it's a combination. He can use it to either be clairvoyant or he can use it to
cast true sight.
To cast true sight. Now I don't remember from the commercial or from the cartoon if he got sight and sound when he did it. For some reason, I think sometimes he could hear and see, and other times he only could see.
Right.
Yeah, whatever the plot device required, maybe. So we're like, well, there's definitely that. And then I'm like, hasn't there been times where he's actually used the sigil to blast things?
So we figured, all right, well, what if we gave it Witch Bolt, and he can just project the symbol out and hurt things that are evil.
Yeah, and then the other thing is we're like, hasn't he blocked things with it like magic? So that screams either counterspell or dispel magic.
Right.
So it might be both. I'm not entirely sure. I could definitely see the Sword of Omens basically disrupting magical effects and attacking them, but then at the same time, counterspell would be him deflecting or stopping magical effects with the blade.
Right.
Also, it's probably a +3 weapon.
I was gonna say at least a +2. I didn't know if we wanted to go all the way to a +3, considering everything else that it was doing.
But let's be clear, this is not a magic item.
This is an artifact.
This is an artifact. Yeah.
It's got a personality to an extent.
It's sentient, and it's not. It doesn't have telepathy, but it's definitely it would be empathy
Right.
that it projects.
And it's got the ability to say, all right, you can't attune to me, because wasn't there a time that somebody else tried to use the sword and it didn't let them?
Probably, and it definitely it also has like a warning property to it as well, which could literally just be the fact that it's an intelligent weapon and it has its own perception and stuff like that, and it would probably have some kind of superior sight, whatever the best one is, and a really good perception, and you could kind of like flavor it that way, I think.
Right.
But yeah, it might be, only the Lord of the Thundercats can attune to this.
Right.
And you might even require you have to go through a trial to even attempt it. Yeah.
So I mean, there's a number of different skill challenges and things that you could try to have, and it could all just be in the character's mind without them realizing it when they're trying to touch the item for the first time.
Well, when they crash, and Lino becomes Lord of the Thundercats, he's got to be faster than Chitara, stronger than Panthro, and I don't know if it was more agile. No, not more agile. He had to show more guile than Tigra, and be more agile than Wily Kit and Wily Cat.
Right.
So he had to actually be better than all of the other Thundercats at whatever it was
that they were best for.
Best for, yeah. Pretty much. So I don't know. Did we nail the Sword of Omens? Did we miss anything? It's been a while, but there's a place for us where you can let us know, and that's the comments below. While you're at it, like, share, and subscribe.
You can check us out over on nerdarchy.com.
So until next time, stay nerdy.